Hello everybody. Today I wanted to come on and talk about a one-shot that I feel like not enough people know about, but I actually really enjoyed it. And sometimes it's hard to make really great one-shots because of the constraint of, how long you have to flesh out your story. Since it is all put into a single volume, you kind of have limitations on space, so I've only ever heard one other person talk about this, and it was through another YouTube video. I cannot remember who did talk about that, but that video was actually what made me want to go ahead and pick it up myself. But other than that, I've never actually seen anybody like haul this. I've never really seen people talk about it, so I kind of want to bring some awareness to it, and that is An Invitation from a Crab by Panpanya. And what this is a collection of short stories, some of them extremely short, some of them a little more fleshed out by this one artist author, Panpanya. And they all actually feature the same main girl as the lead character, and that is the girl. And the description of the book doesn't really tell you much about anything that you're going to be reading, so you kind of just need to pick it up yourself. But it has a very, I'll just show you like a page, it has an extremely simplistic kind of sketchy art style to it. It's not really like super amazingly detailed, but I feel like that kind of, it has a certain charm to it, And what this reminds me of, like, first of all, reading this, it was extremely, like, nostalgic to me because it reminds me of those old cartoon compilations. Like, I don't know if you guys know what O Canada is, or even, it's not necessarily a compilation of different cartoons, but, like, the Bob Clampett show, where it would have, like, a bunch of different Looney Tunes cartoon segments all put into one, like, 30-minute or an hour block, and it would be specifically O Canada, though, if any of you know what that is. It would be little mini cartoons, like shorts, all by different cartoonists. In this case, each of these stories is like standalone. They don't tie into one another, but they all feel like, if you were watching one of those cartoon compilation shows and going from the next cartoon to the next cartoon, except in this case, it's all by the same person, it's all the same art. I feel like this in particular might try to be a little weird and a little out there, but I don't feel like it's too weird, it's not too out there, it's not like too shocking by any means. Like, this is totally something that, it does say teen 13 plus on it. I mean, yeah, that's a pretty good age rating because there's nothing like explicit in it, there's nothing excessively gory. I just feel like it's a very warm, nostalgic hug, and it just felt extremely good to read this. And in between, I believe it's some of the larger chapters, maybe even all of them, but the author kind of inserts these little write-ups of things that they are thinking or feeling at the time, and they're all really like thought-provoking. So it's not like in usual mangas where they will have sidebars, side panels, whatever, where the author is talking about like what foods they're eating or what video games they're playing, etc. Like, this is actually extremely thought-provoking, like, what is the meaning of life, the space-time continuum and stuff like that, and it's very interesting. I would totally recommend people to pick this up. Like, it's kind of hard for me to tell you what it's about because the stories have like no rhyme or reason, they don't go into one another, they don't connect. The only thing that's connected is this girl. She's, the lead in every single one of the stories, and some of them are like, you read it and you're like, what just happened? I don't even know. But literally the best way I can describe this is how I said, like a cartoon compilation of just a ton of different cartoons, some of them shorter, some of them longer than the others, and just all thrown into like a book. Except, like I said, instead of with the cartoon compilations where they're by different cartoonists, this is just all from the same author. Another point I want to make is that this particular one-shot, these stories don't try too hard to be anything. Like, they're not trying to constrain themselves into a certain genre or like a certain style. They're just plain. They're kind of like, they can be a little odd and a little weird, like stuff that would definitely not happen at all in real life, but I feel like it's not trying too hard to be anything, especially with its simplistic art style, the extremely simple lead character, and I feel like that's just oddly refreshing in the sea of manga and anime that's trying way too hard to be like a million different things at once. Sometimes you just want to kind of sit back and really enjoy a read like this. And I really wish more people knew about it, and I can see why people probably don't know about it, because first of all, like, it's weird, it's different, and it probably didn't get a lot of press because it's not like a super hit shonen or a hit shoujo, you know, it's just a compilation of short stories, and they're very, like, unique and different, and I really loved everything about this. I've read quite a few one-shots, some of them good, some of them whatever, but this one, like, I would so recommend, because it's such just a nice warm hug, like I said, a nostalgic warm hug, and it's the strangest feeling. Like, I feel like I haven't necessarily felt that way through reading a manga, and this just, it did it in such a comforting way, and I would totally recommend this to anybody who thinks that this description sounds interesting, but like I said, I can't really describe to you what this is because it's just so different and unique. So anyway, that is me preaching love about An Invitation from a Crab, and I really hope that some of you, maybe this video can reach some people and get some people to look at this, and maybe other of the stories by Panpanya as well, because I think that it really deserves to be checked out. So anyway, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. If you like what you've seen, please give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, subscribe to my channel, I really appreciate it, and until next time, guys, I'll see y'all later. Bye!